Hello everybody, my name is Glitch, and I'm back and fired up to continue my adventure through Horizon Zero Dawn. We are finally heading into Meridian now, where we are going to meet all sorts of new people. Most importantly, I believe, is the Sun King and other Karja who can maybe give us information on the general corruption that's going on in this place in the world. In this place in the world, yeah. But anyway, at least for days. But also, maybe we can also see Erend. Oh, and if I'm not mistaken, a new merchant with a free sample should also have something that I would like to get right off the bat. Yes. Golden fast travel pack. So I don't have to craft any more, or need any more. I just simply... Now that lasts me for infinite, and I believe this is as soon as I can get it. Where now I can infinitely fast travel. So that's nice to get off right off the bat. But as soon as I can get, not right off the bat. Anyway, now let's get into it.
Owen's in there, somewhere. And so's Erend, that other outlander I talked to the night before the proving. Erend said he'd introduce me to his sister if I visited Meridian. Said she was captain of the vanguard.
So yeah, that'll be nice. Wonder what she'll be like. I can't wait to get to know her and her character.
Stop
what about
right there. In light of the recent attack, no stranger passes into Meridian without submitting to search.
Recent attack? What are you talking about?
The murder of Captain Ursa and her vanguards, of course. Ambushed by Shadow Karja forces in Redridge Pass.
Ursa? You mean Erend's sister is dead?
How would you know his name?
I know Erend. Summon him. I need to speak to him.
Ha! I doubt that Erend, the new captain of the Vanguard, a man in grief, is going to waste his time on a grimy outlander.
Aloy!
How dare you, bastard!
I thought you were dead. Make way!
All the way to Meridian?
What you were saying before?
Have you been drinking?
Not really. A little. So you're alive. This.
I mean, you got one for me?
Drinks on me.
We need to talk alone, and you need to pull it together.
Over there.
So you approve?
Of course I approve. From now on, she may come and go from this city as she pleases.
Look at
As
that.
you wish, sir.
Haven't even established how much of a badass I am. Already got full access.
Alone as you asked. And what did you want to tell me?
How much of a sexy bastard? I'm kidding. You know, only in your dreams, my dear friend. Anyway, why I'm here, or your sister? Yeah, maybe want to help him out a bit. Your sister.
I heard what happened to Ursa. I'm sorry. I know she was special to you.
Special to me? Special to everyone. She always knew what to do. She bossed everyone around. She kept me in line. Now I'm supposed to fill her shoes. And instead, here I am, stumbling around in them.
Stop feeling sorry for yourself. It'll get easier. I lost someone too. Emotions getting heavy. Ross Pops. Oh, why, Aloy? Why you gotta make me think about that?
I lost someone too. At the proving, the man who raised me. His name was Rost.
That's terrible. But why is it every time something terrible happens, everyone else tells you the worst thing that ever happened to them, as though that makes it easier?
Yeah, why is that?
It's a thing that implements empathy,
there was something
sympathy,
you wanted to tell me?
Relatability. Yeah, I guess we'll get to that then.
A lot has happened since we last spoke. The proving was attacked by a group of killers. Not many of us survived.
We were in the village when we heard explosions up on the mountain. Some of your braves came back, said most of the contestants were dead. I've never heard such a wail of grief as the sound that rose up from your people. How did you survive?
How I survived is less
I'm
important
Aloy.
than how I was targeted.
Targeted? What do you mean?
The killers came for me because of Owen.
What are you talking about? That doesn't make sense.
Owen's a bastard! Aaron, get it straight through your head. Also, your sister's dead. Add on to that. The Olin part. I know you already know your sister's dead, but Owen's also a bastard.
I need to find Olin. I need to know what he knows.
But he's a friend.
No, he's a traitor. I don't know who the killers are or what they want, but I do know that Olin is working with them.
But, I mean, this...
I don't need you to understand, Erend. I just need you to take me to him.
He's not here.
I'm the leader of this vanguard now.
Scrapping relics days ago. It could be anywhere.
Are there any places he frequents? Places he returns to?
A house. Here in Meridian.
Okay, then take me there. I need to search it.
I guess. As long as I'm there to witness the search.
Time to go to Olin's.
I need to see Olin's place. Now.
Okay, okay. Come on.
Alright. We'll get a nice good old tour of this place while we're at it.
So many people here all talking at once. How does anyone think?
I don't. I just drink.
Haha! Is there any way else to do it? Most definitely.
Is she a Nora?
Apparently
Do you not see my Banuk garbs? I mean, I am Nora, but how can you tell, actually, wearing this stuff?
Year after year, why does he spare those who enslaved and tortured and butchered? Erend, you should want vengeance more than anyone. Your own sister, murdered, and her death, unavenged?
One more word, you scorched out slag, and I'll throw you in jail myself! Now get out of here, or I'll give you all a kick in the ass!
Jesus.
Okay, how are we gonna get in?
Give it a kick in the ass, I believe, as Aaron would say.
Subtle.
Here we are. Try not to break anything,
It was awesome.
other than the door.
All of this.
I was about to say.
It pays to have connections in the Sun King's court.
The corner of this rug is frayed. And the floor near it is worn. Let's see what's
Yep.
underneath.
Literally the only thing to look at other than a family portrait.
Hey, how did that get here?
Question is, how to get through it.
Without a key, you won't. That's a vault hatch of Oseram make. Nothing gets through.
We'll see about that.
I'm Aloy, though. And also, there's a convenient... I'm not, because there's a convenient pile of bricks right up here. At least I believe that's brick. Yeah, brick.
Looks big and heavy. Could do a lot of damage if it fell down.
Yes, obviously. But now let's push it. And also ask ourselves, just for a moment maybe, why is this here? Near a big-ass opening? I mean, what's even the point of the hole in the floor?
I did say not to break anything, didn't I?
I'll pay for that. I got the shards. Let's get a searching.
Serve and they live. Disobey, and I will open their throats and leave their corpses to prune in the sun.
Okay, so maybe you're
He
not,
took his wife and child captive.
not an exact traitor.
They? Who's they?
The killers. They told him to obey or they'd kill his family.
Alright, so not exactly... Didn't exactly have a choice in the matter. What's this now? A map.
A map. The glyphs show places he visited.
Alright. Journal. Is that all? I guess that's all.
Looks like
Examine.
Owen kept a journal.
Olin? I knew he could read contracts, but I never took him for a poet.
No doubt now. Olin knew I was targeted.
He also did not have a choice. Are we just going to forget that? Okay, let's read this thing. Olin's journal. I am a traitor now, and see no way out. If I start at the beginning, how they turned me, perhaps I can see something I missed. No. There is no escape. What good can writing it do? Give us information. So, no, not good for you, but hey. 10th day. You gave me this folly when you taught me to write. All these years later, it still smells of you. Lavender and ash. Of the forge, all I have left of you. Write me notes, you said, when you gave it. Share your thoughts. Tear the leaves. Send the pages to show I'm thinking of you. That I never did. Hands too grubby to touch parchment. How I wish I'd done it as you said. How I wish I could now. 15th day. The same dream, your hair in the forge light, our son's weight on my shoulders. All of us free. You turn to me and whisper, it is a dream. I answer, yes, I know. And then wake alone. Jesus. All right. Even awake, my life is a dream, a lie. My treachery will not buy your freedom. It only buys time. But every moment you live, that he lives, if treachery is the cost, I will pay it. 34th day. Every week, the device calls me in secret to a new dig site. We work like men, with whips to our backs, as though I was left to us to upturn the soil of the entire earth, and time has run low, scrabbling to find the carcasses of ancient demons. It's the weapons they want, must be. What misery am I helping birth into this land? 38th day. I drink with Erend and Urza, but not even the sweetest brew can wash the taste of guilt from my mouth. Every day my silence betrays them. The villains watch through the device. I keep expecting Urza to stick a blade to my throat, but fire and spit, she does not suspect me. A better liar than I thought myself must be. 54th day. Fitful sleep. The past 3 nights thinking on that Nora girl. Why did it order her killed? The device? Must be. Even so, what threat could she pose? We heard explosions and distant screams from the village. I thought the savages might blame us. Savages. Nora. It makes sense. Turn on us. I almost wished for it. But their matriarchs ordered us gone. We fled to the border with an escort of braves, crossed at Day Tower. Now I am called to a dig in the rock reef. They promise another glimpse of you, of our son. How I hoped to see you both. Alright then. There's Olin's story.
There's your proof. Read the last page. He writes about meeting me and the order to kill me.
He called himself a friend. That backstabbing cheat.
I mean, we're not gonna...
How did you learn to read glyphs? And these things that you see, how do you do it?
I should be going. Okay, we're not gonna be that secretive.
It reveals the unseen.
And Olin's focus, it's the same?
The device is the same, but somehow Olin and the killers can speak to each other with their focuses over distances, and see through each other's focuses too, like looking through each other's eyes.
So that's how the killers saw you? Through Olin?
Yes, so far as I can tell.
Alright. Anyway, I guess I should be on my way.
Now that I know where to find Olin, I should be on my way.
All by yourself?
Leave it to me. I'm faster on my own.
Wait. If that device lets you see the unseen,
Out of the way, Erend.
I'm asking you to help me, Aloy. I need to know who killed Ursa. Not just the Shadow Karja army, I know that, but the exact soldiers who
Shadow
did it.
Karja army.
I'm
You
sorry
believe
about
that's
your
the first
sister,
we're hearing
but
of
that's
that?
your war, not mine.
Don't act like this isn't personal. You came here hunting the people who nearly killed you, who massacred your people. Why should you have justice and not me?
Look,
Ah, got help. Yeah, we're a
Place
helpful person.
where Ursa's body was found, and wait for you there. A few minutes of your focus is all I need. Don't make me beg.
Redridge Pass, you said. I'll see what I can do.
Considering I'm literally willing to help anyone who I just simply pass by, who I barely know, who sometimes even still call me outcast, motherless outcast girl or something. I still help them. And of course we'll help good old Erend boy. But first, let's get to know the people of Meridian.
All right. What did you want to discuss?
Oh.
You're an outlander.
I was
which is
just going
good,
to a merchant. Oh, right,
but
these
a Nora,
special merchants.
which might be bad.
Which I do believe this guy
Do
is
you
the one who
fear
collects
ruins
the
of the old
mugs.
ones like many in your tribe?
No. Although some can be dangerous.
Then you may have come across what I seek. In your travels, have you found strange vessels, emblazoned with symbols of the old ones? They consist of a hollow cylinder with a crescent handle affixed at both ends. If you bring me these vessels in sets of 4, I will gladly trade what I have for them.
Alright then, how much for your glasses? 1 mug? Yeah, I'm just kidding. I want cash money. Or, in this world, metal shards money.
So you're interested in the old ones?
More than interested. I study every ancient artifact I can get my hands on. But years of study have made me too comfortable at my desk. I can't even bear the sun, if the truth be known. I don't know how I'll manage to take a partner. My family presses me for an heir.
Don't look at me.
Oh, no, I'm not looking. In fact, my father already has someone he wants me to wed. She doesn't interest me. I wish I had a brother to carry this burden. I would rather be left to my precious little vessels.
Alright then. Ritual vessels. Yes, mugs,
What sort of
just to be
ritual
clear
are
what
these
he's
vessels
talking
made
about.
for?
I'm convinced they were used in conjunction with each other in sets. Some people believe they were used for tea ceremonies. Others think they held sacred essences and oils for worship. But I believe they were used for the solemn custom of shaving one's beard. One for water, one for lotion, and so on. Each fluid in its special vessel, majestically applied to the face at each stage of the rite. It must have been breathtaking.
Shaving a beard.
Which vessel was used for which? I have to know. I have to continue my research.
Are you sure people didn't just drink out of them?
Drink? Out of such finely crafted earthenware? Don't be ridiculous.
Okay. Take all those. And thank you, sir. I'll be on my
I will
way.
leave you to the hunt.
Lord, things to read. Why not? The Liberation. An official account as scribed by the reckoners of the Sun Priests, and marked with the emblems of truth by exciting Baron. My bad. Going on, who witnessed these events? In the 21st year of the 13th Sun King, Jaren's reign, the twilight time of his madness, the Sun King's own favored heir was put to death. The Radiant Caedmon's crime was to demand an end to his father's acts of bloodshed, and a sacrifice set that end in motion. Jaren's second heir, the Radiant Avad, oh shit, I thought this guy only had 2 kids. He had 3. Huh. Okay, I never learned this story. This is why you read the little things, people. The Radiant Avad fled Meridian at dusk with his honor guard soldiers loyal to him over the Sun King. All night they traveled northwards, knowing that come dawn they would be branded as traitors and marked for death. So it was that when Jaren made the proclamation that they had already traveled far, and in time they did reach the edge of the Sun Dome and cross into Oseram territory. For Avad was canny and planned to negotiate terms with the Oseram. He knew he had an ally among them, Ursa, a fierce Oseram warrior with whom Avad had a long and an unusual history. 2 years earlier, Ursa had been brought to Meridian as a captive, destined for sacrifice, but she survived the Sun Ring killing to Kestrels by her own hand. Thus did she earn the honor of being made a palace slave, and in the role came to know Prince Avad. A rare friendship was formed, and Avad conspired to free his friend, who returned at once to the Oseram homeland, now desperate for allies. Avad sought out the Oseram he had helped to free. Ursa had ties to warlords and freebooters who resisted the Red Raids. With Ursa's might and Avad's keen strategy, they could raise a war band and move to overthrow Jaren. And as rightful heir to the throne of the Sun, Avad hoped to inspire many of his people to rebel, so sparing Meridian from a drawn-out war. After months of preparation, Avad had his allies cross the border and march on Meridian. As word of their advance spread, many Karja soldiers fled back to the city, lay down their arms, or even join the liberators. Yet wise Avad knew that Jaren's faithful would defend Meridian to the last man, even sacrificing the lives of the citizens if it would hold the holy city against siege. He found Kestrels and city guard already set in on the walls, rated to face arrow and shot. But Avad's Oseram allies had brought new weapons never seen beneath the sun, thundering cannons strong as machines. Avad permitted them to fire their salvos on the outer walls, bringing many defenders down with great carnage. As the smoke cleared, the liberators attacked in 3 groups. One scaled the walls beneath the Temple of the Sun. Another took to the aqueducts of the palace, while the main force overcame the barricade city gates with cannon fire. These were the final blasts fired at the holy city as Avad forbade any further destruction. In the streets, too many scenes of brutality and chaos played out to recount. Among the terrible mass of blood and smoke, the sun rings of slave pits were opened and hundreds spilled out. Desperate to escape, many of Jaren's supporters seized their chance to flee. With the flood of unfortunates, the day had turned, and seeing his forces much reduced, the Sun King Jaran ordered his trusted Kestrels take Itamen, his sole remaining heir, from the city. Helios, terror of the sun, cleaved a path through Meridian from east to west, striking down all in his way, ally and foe alike. The savagery of Helios and his Kestrels could not be matched, and so it was that Itamen, his mother, and the Dowager Queen, am I saying that right? Probably not. Queen Nasada, and the High Sun Priest Bahavis escaped. Avad confronted Jiren in his... Jiren? This is in Dragon Ball Super! He had hoped his father would answer for his crimes honorably, but seeing this could not be so, with great anguish, he struck him down as the murder of of a true Sun King is an unthinkable act, and surely would plunge the world into shadow. Jiran's death proved that the Sun had renounced his legitimacy. Yes, Sun had turned to shadow on the throne of Meridian, and it was Avad's light that drove the shadow out of the west, where it remained, to the west, not out the west, to the west, where it remains to this day. So was the cycle of things corrected in the first year of the reign of the 14th Sun King, the Radiant Avad. Shit. Alright. Real detail in that story. I expect nothing less when you actually look into things like that. What's this now? The Mad Sun King. Alright, now we're gonna get this brutal history, I'm guessing. The reign of the Mad Sun King. Be warned, reader, that as true account of the Mad Sun King Jiran's acts, these glyphs are bloated in blood. Truly, the savageries committed can barely be recounted, so pray to the cleansing sun for yourself and the teller of these tales. You will learn of the grievous wounds inflicted on the foreign lands in the reaping of sacrifice, the red raids, for the Mad Sun King would order a whole generation cut from each village so they might more willingly supply sacrifices, and be harder pressed to field finding men on the next raid. The Ataru, who sought to oppose with gifts of gran, were slaughtered in such number that upon the following harvest the maize grew black and blue with the blood of the dead. Against the Oseram, the terror of the sun piled the corpses of their fallen up to the walls of their villages, so his kestrels might clamber upon the dead to enter. And in the valley of the Baranora, terrors of the savage east, such savagery ensued that the trees were drooped with corpses huge as grim warnings. Should you wish to read of the Mad Sun King's depredation against his own people, your curiosity will not go unsated. Within our accounts of the deaths of those sentenced to the Sun Ring, listed in such detail you might think it's reported by their own chattering skulls, once piled outside the city gates. Christ. Nor will you find a more harrowing account of its massacre of the Hunter's Lodge. Reading these accounts, you might imagine yourself among its brave hawks, as they fought to the last blood-dying men, blood-dying, the sand from dawn till dusk, or perhaps its crowds as they loose behemoths careened through the sands with the crashing of wood and bone. All this crazed bloodletting did the Mad Sun King take in with his pitiless gaze. Indeed, he would not even look away from the goring of his own son in that ring of death. Yes, fair-haired Cadaman of the dawn's rising, so degraded and doomed for the crime of standing against his father. Such a true and complete account of the Mad Sun King Jiran's miseries cannot be found in the history annals, or heard from the reckoners of the Sun Priest. It is with heavy heart that I scribe these events, leaving out no shocking detail, but my debt is to history and to you, brave reader. Okay. Bloody history indeed. And the real detail of these goddamn red raids now.
What did you want to talk about?
You were an outlander, no? An adventurer. I used to be one myself. I admit, I miss the beguiling colors of the wilds. Speaking of which, I wonder if you've come across a very special kind of flower. It's made of metal, like a machine.
Yep.
Other blossoms grow around them in amazing patterns. These gleaming beauties are very much in demand among my clients. If you bring me some, I have valuables to trade for them.
Of course. More about you, sir, and why you're obsessed with metal flowers. Though, that's really... I mean, I feel like when metal flowers start growing out of the ground, anyone wouldn't be curious what the hell's going on with that place.
You said you were an adventurer.
Just so. The nobles of Meridian crave flowers for their balconies and gardens. So out I went, with bow and spear. I made my name by searching the wilds for the wildest blossoms. No bandit nor machine could keep me from those precious petals.
So what happened?
Love happened, my sweet. My paramour frets too much when I venture out. So now I collect flowers for those without such bonds.
Is it worth it? Being restrained like that?
Of course. Freedom is sweet. But the embrace of my beautiful Theridine is sweeter still.
I mean, good on you, man. It's your choice. But anyway, the metal flowers. Do you know anything about that crap?
These metal flowers. What are they exactly?
No one knows. But some say they began sprouting 20 years ago when the machines started to go mad. Perhaps they grow from the tears of the sun, for he has many faces, does he not? Wrathful one day, cool and patient the next. Perhaps he weeps for our suffering when his anger breaks.
All right.
Let us haggle over this beautiful bounty.
Except no, because I still do not have any of those items properly collected. I just simply want... Excuse me, sir. Do you not, in fact, have a free sample? What kind of trash business are you running here?
Till we meet again.
Ah, yes. There are also specific merchants that give specifically machine hearts and eyes. Well, not eyes, lens. They don't give all types of lens or hearts, but they give enough where it helps for people who are just simply trying to get some simple items or new weapons. And yes, this person just simply sells junk for one specific other merchant that goes in tandem with this one. And what was that guy doing? Which I don't understand why, and also, I'm not doing anything with that right now.
In the wilds, Outlander?
No, not yet, but I hope to.
You're looking for artifacts.
Yes, but I'm no profiteer. Sun King Avad has named me an envoy to the Banuk. I work on their behalf, looking for sacred relics to return to their homeland, Ben-Ur. I'm especially interested in wooden figures that are sometimes found near Banuk rock paintings. If you have any, I have valuables to trade for them.
More about you.
You said the king named you an envoy to the Banuk?
Yes, I've been to Ben-Ur many times, and the Wirek chiefs trust me. I help them maintain diplomatic ties with Avad.
I wonder if we saw if she was in the DLC. I don't think she was.
But their ways make a lot of sense to me. All you have to do is be the best. Doesn't matter if you're born high or low, man or woman. They respect skill, not some fool notion of heritage.
I see the appeal.
Yeah, and they also shit on people for not having any skill.
Anything
Make
you
them...
don't understand, they call backward or savage.
I mean, that's not any better, but true. Wooden figures.
Tell me more about these Banuk figures.
Simple wood sculptures made by Arnak, a legendary hunter who was exiled from Ban-Ur for killing his chief. He left the figures near painted stones in places that reminded him of his homeland. Later, his tribe declared him innocent. Now they see him as a kind of wandering hero and want those figures back. I do what I can to help him get them, including trade for them, if you have any.
All right.
You ready?
Speaking of trade, do you have a free sample? No? then goodbye.
Come on back if you find any Banuk goods.
Now, there are side quests everywhere. In fact, you might probably notice that guy over there, who I have not gone to yet, because his side quest has one of those things where I feel like I don't really want to, I have to like jump right into, like compelled to. I mean, I don't have to, but I just feel like I do because it begins right in that spot where his quest is. So I'm not going to do that right now. Right now, I'm just trying to find out just how much I have to do right at the beginning. Which I do believe, first off, I think I'll visit the Hunter's Lodge. Yes. Hello there.
You need to win 3 half-suns at our hunting grounds to gain admittance to the lodge.
Bitch, I have 3 sets of 3
Very
blazing
well,
suns.
Congratulations, and welcome. Our members reap rewards and adventure and live on in legend.
Am I a member now?
No, you're only a fledgling. Junior members are called thrushes. To join and become a thrush, you need a senior member called a hawk to sponsor you.
So I need to find a hawk.
Yes, but a hawk can only sponsor 1 hunter at a time, and I'm afraid most of them already have one.
I've overcome worse odds. Where do I start?
Upstairs, present yourself to the Sunhawk Assis, our leader, who should introduce you to a hawk. I hope it's worth it.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
Oh, I remember that piece of shit. Oh! Nice piece. Loving the artwork there. And of course, now I want to talk to this person real quick.
Son, King Avad's edict really is taking effect. Never thought I'd see a Nora here and a woman at that. So, you have marks for me?
What do you mean?
From the hunting grounds. Oh, right. You're new here.
Edict.
What edict?
King Avad insisted that the Hunter's Lodge had to welcome everyone. Man, woman, outlander, regardless of tribe. Ursa, captain of the vanguard, came in and delivered that news personally. You should have been there. It was glorious. But I figured they would sweep it under the rug and say no woman or outlander qualified. Yet here you are.
Yes, I am here. Are you a member?
Are you a member?
Me? No. Karja don't exactly encourage their daughters to run around hunting machines. But all the changes in Meridian have been good to me. I don't think the boss
That's
around
good to
know how
hear.
Sell to us Karja. The trader I worked for last couldn't sell flowers to a bee. He was too plain hammered, as they like to say. This is a much better job. I figure I'll be able to open my own shop soon enough.
Yeah, get on ya. Now, what about these marks you're asking about me, though?
What do you want
I
with
know
my
what they
marks?
are. Well, please explain it to the
Hunters
audience.
wear badges. I'm not going to take them. I'm going to give you a weapon that sets you apart. Yeah, I thought that'd get your attention. If you earn marks in all 3 trials at each of the 3
Weapons.
hunting grounds, come to me. I can give you up to 3 weapons. 1 for 15 half-suns, 1 for 15 full suns, and 1 you'll love for all blazing suns.
Hell yes, I'll love every single one of them. And there are only 2 hunting grounds left. But for right now, I have to bid you adieu. I have a place to be and other challenges to destroy other than just simply the hunting challenges.
And we'll see if you qualify for one of these special weapons I have for you.
I'm a little short on marks.
No
Yes,
problem.
I only
Once
have
you
9 of
marks
all
from
3
all
sets.
15 trials, you'll be
Okay?
able to get the next Hunter's Lodge weapon from me.
Alright, you know what? I hate to stop it right here, but for right now, I have other stuff I want to get like looked over and done with before I look any more into the lodge, if at all, during this episode, because this just simply has been a lot of dumping of stuff of the Hunter's Lodge and history of Meridian. But anyway, talk to this guy.
Hi there, Outlander.
I can.
Name's Vilgund. Did you come to the city looking for work? Ah, good shards. Enough to buy garb more becoming of your...
Okay, stop there, if you want
Yes,
me to hear
please.
I only meant a well-molded woman such as you.
I will fucking stab you, sir.
I heard an interesting rumor about a Banuk camp. Tame machines, the rumor said. So I hired men to investigate. Just investigate, that's all. Those Banuk are canny. Too canny. I paid up
I mean, they
front.
got a whole DLC based on them, so I imagine so.
I've had no word back.
So now you're hiring someone to find the last men you hired.
It won't be the first time, Aloy.
They're a sunk cost. This rumor's worth more to me.
Okay, tell me about this
So
rumor
is there any
then.
more to
I
the
want to
rumor
know.
about this camp?
The last bunch just wanted to know about the reward. Hey, you're a smart one. This camp
That's
isn't
generally the
big enough
consensus.
for a name up where the snow won't thaw. They say the Banuk there live alongside machines. Peaceful as you like. Keep them, use them, sing to them. If it's true,
A little weird.
if we learn how they do it, think how valuable that would be to all the tribes.
When you
I mean,
say
that would
valuable,
create
you mean
peace
they pay you for it.
within all tribes as well.
Girl,
Maybe. Probably not actually.
made of straw.
Never mind. The
What can
Banuk.
you tell me about the Banuk?
The Banuk women, snow witches all. Cold eyes, cold... They choose
Do
to
you wanna
live
go
up
on?
there in vanguard, in the ice. Trying to have a conversation, it's like chipping them out of the stuff. They prefer machines for company. That's why I'm putting my shards on this rumor.
Then they might not want outsiders to know about this place.
Their mystic act. No care for possessions, for luxuries. Pile of slag. Those people bargain harder than the winter frost.
Okay, you're a merchant.
Are you some kind of merchant? You don't seem to have any wares.
More of an explorer.
But you send other people to do your exploring.
All right, more of an opportunist. Girl. Nora girl. Huntress. We live in a world...
There you go. It was your third try, but you did it.
But why should risk stand in the way of a lucrative prospect for the likes of me? All right. I'm more of a gambler.
Okay, yeah, I got that, since considering how close you are to gambling your life with your words. Anyway, what do you
Yes, I
need?
did look into
Tell
your
me,
rumor.
please.
You won't need to climb up the shoulders of the world for it. It's on the edge of Banuk land, beneath the anvil of the moon. And you look like you know your way around the savage east. The east. If it's true...
You know, honestly, I don't care much. I don't care whether or not you call it savage. I don't really care that much about the Nor, honestly.
Can you? Payment on return.
But you know, Ross Pops, he made me promise I gotta take care of the Nor and their shit if they really need it. And plus, there are innocent people there who get a lot of shit as well, outcasts and all that. So yeah, I'll make sure to look into that. Talk to
Nora. I'm the mournful Naman. My apologies that we meet like this.
Like this?
In grief. You hold yours close, like a talisman. Wait.
I do actually have a...
You didn't come for
necklace.
reparations? Someone you lost to the Sun Ring?
No. I know about the Red Raids, but the Karja owe me nothing.
I see.
You're gonna owe me a lot soon.
Well,
as do most people now.
Strong-willed outlander. Then I would owe you very much indeed. These people seek to honor their loved, their lost, with their own voices, not mouthing Karja rituals to Karja stone. But there are obstacles. And while Meridian holds its breath for any disturbance, these robes only tie my hands.
Alright, obstacles?
What kind of obstacles?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram, who seeks to visit the Shrine of Kings on the road to the city. He waits there now, forbidden to enter by an old sun priest who suffer no heathen. This Utaro lost her companion on the edge of the Jewel, at a pool where snap moths gather. The shrine was built there to ward off the machines, and its effectiveness leaves much to be desired. And the Banuk
Snap moths will do that.
A call to the machine spirits, I understand. They need no beckoning. Glint hawks perch there, drawn to the spire's shining.
So, clear the machines out of 2 shrines and move a priest out of the other.
All I can ask for is your charity and that their stories are heard.
Alright, one sounds easy enough. It must be kicking the ass, as Aaron would say. Rituals.
Come on, rituals and prayers can't bring back those who are lost.
No. But it can help those who grieve to find themselves. It can lend them strength and hope, like a new sunrise.
That was actually kind of nice. Why ask an outlander, though?
I didn't think your priesthood would ask outsiders for help.
If only the sun would set on our pride. Until this is done, I am no sun priest. To wear a red robe was an aspiration. I aspired. Now our hoods make us blind. We whisper reconciliation, but forget how the old king's priests sang the words and blessed the killing.
The killing? You mean the Red Raids?
Yes. And the sacrifices that came after.
Why did the priests go along with all that bloodshed?
Sometimes we Karja are more concerned with what is tradition than what is right.
Huh. Maybe the Karja and Nora aren't so different.
Yeah, I was about to say. New sun priests, though.
With the sun priests.
What are they? How do they do?
You still wanted to be one?
I spent my whole life looking up to the temple. My brother's voice echoing in his arches. Even he couldn't turn me away, and how he tried. In the end. He said, when we were loved, our robes were dyed in cinnabar. Now they are stained in blood.
How so?
Our robes are handed down to us. Most of the old priests fled rather than be seen in the glare of a new sun. And so we are left to wear their sins. For me, at least, they hang heavy.
Your brother.
Where's your brother now?
When you use the word soaked in blood.
He spoke out against the sacrifices. For a priest to question the Sun King's will, his punishment was worst of all.
You lost someone you loved too.
So was it literally soaked in blood?
No.
I'm guessing.
Not lost. When I took on these robes, I found his memory.
Get on you, and guess I'll take care of those 3 shrine things.
To honor us all.
2 shrines. I don't. The other one, it was actually a girl got killed, or someone could take that as a shrine, I guess. But anyway, that's for next time. This solo episode has mostly been lore dumping, not really. I don't know if I'd say character development or more like character tragedy with Erend specifically. And again, a lot of people have been through a lot of shit, but I believe his was most recent. But anyway, that's all for next episode. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to give it a like, and I will see all you guys in the next episode. John Glitch, signing off.